Welcome to my solo Crota tutorial. If I'm doing things right, I probably should have timestamps on the screen to show what sections will be what in the video, and if not, they'll definitely be in the actual timestamps down the bottom of the video. So I'll start off with showing you the basic loadout. Like I use Rat King to kind of kite things around, etc. I'll explain that later on. I use main aspect I use is this one to increase the duration of your invisibility, and everything beyond that kinda isn't necessary. Other bits and pieces I run, which I'll explain later in the loadout section. But yeah, so yeah, you'd start off by starting the encounter, and you will weaken the knights on the left and the right. So one of the spots you can set up is like hiding here. You can see the crystals, or you can just do what I do. I just run in with an LMG. Weaken the knights. I'll try not to kill the acolytes. I'll use them for kiting later on, as you'll see, and I'll explain later on as well. But if you do need health, I should see with this loadout, kill one, I get an overshoot. Or you can use a finisher on them to turn invisible. The easiest class to do one is a hunter, of course, but a hunter can just turn invisible. Some good spots to hide if you're like getting chased is up on these, or up on these, or even safer. So also the wizard can't see you here, the acolytes can't see you. But then come out, kill the wizard, or use a finisher on to turn invisible. Come out here, kill 2 boomers in the tower. There are another 2 boomers in the other tower. If you want, you can kill one of them, but I prefer not to distract the Crota. I want to make some noise to get things to look over here. That's the wrong gun. Kill the Rat King, jump up in the air, reload. All the knights will run over, trying to get me up in the air, but I'm not there anymore. I wait for Crota to run in, leg gets in front of the ad, I use a finisher. Back out of that as quick as I can. I make some noise, Crota knows where I am. Dang. That's any other character, turn invisible to come. Get back up there, because Crota pushed me. Makes some noise, try to get Crota back off. You're not going to back off, once again. So I'm not just a general tutorial, not a hunter. I will just, yeah, I want Crota to back off. After Crota's backed off a bit, kill, yeah, reload. Everything's trying to get to me. I'm currently stuck. There we go. That was a terrible lineup, but I'll explain lineup later on. I've already got my weekly loot, but if you're here, if you've already got your weekly loot, you only get spoils. You can always interact with the sword, buy things for spoils. I've already got all the red boxes that I can get at the moment, and there's obviously the Husk of the Pit quest if you have not picked that up yet for the Necrochasm. So I'm just going to start off with a more thorough explanation of where the ads spawn and how to set up. So as I said, you need to weaken the knights, try not to kill the acolytes. As you may have seen, I use them to kite things where I want them to be. So you can always jump up on these to get a little bit of distance for the knights, but in this section you're pretty dangerous for the acolytes will be shooting at you. So if you need to run somewhere, as I said, up on these, but be careful, if you're too far forward, Crota could be out there, or the wizard could be out there and shooting you. So these ones, not too bad, you still got the acolytes shooting at you and that gap there, but it's quicker to get to these ones than is to jump all the way up there. If you are hiding in the center room, so you've got up against the crystal, should block you from Crota and the wizards, but you'll be getting shot from both lots of acolytes unless you're on the side of the crystal. Once again, if the knights charge into this room, you can hide up on these. Bit of cover, really. As I said, man, all the knights, etc., will stay in these little 2 hallways. If you leave via these front 3 doors, everything will stay in here. So, the only way everything leaves there, which is what you need to do to get the knights to go over the platforms, you leave via one of the 2 side doors. If you do that, everything in there will leave. As soon as you leave via the side doors, the thrall will spawn down on the bottom 2 towers. And I think the middle door down there, and the knights will spawn out of these doors. Same on the other tower. Now, I don't bother with the other tower, because if I go over the other tower and kill the knights over in there, Crota will come over this side of the bridge and just cause problems. Like, he just does not want to cooperate if he's over here half the time. And then with these boomer knights, if you kill all 4 of them, you'll get ogres spawning in the pit, out of the like wet spots on the ground. Ogres will come out of here. The ogres are really annoying. You'll also get a sword bearer coming out of here. You'd know this if you've done the encounter properly. Chalice will be on this plate. We don't touch the chalice. We don't need it. I said this video would be a mess. I forgot to mention the wizard in the pit. I normally don't bother with it, but sometimes it throws up a slow field. It ruins everything. Normally when you come out, you'll either find it down here, hiding under the bridge waiting to get you, or it could be down here behind this pillar, or even all the way back here. So sometimes you'll be able to look down here and find it. Sometimes you'll be able to jump down here and find it. I don't find it that necessary to kill it. If it's annoying you, you can always just jump down midway, kill it, and come back up when you're invisible. The thralls down there are another way to turn invisible, obviously from the Rat King, but normally they'll hide behind the pillars out of sight as much as they can. You don't have to get the kill on the knights, you can use acolytes. It can be any finisher. I have tested every single finisher I have. I don't have a great lot. I have a video showing what ones they are. I'll probably link that in the description. But I imagine it should work with any finisher. As I said, it's a case of your momentum moving up into Crota, and I'm guessing the ramp pushing Crota up. Like, I've had some crazy launches where I've hit him off this wall, he is scooped up and literally gone out the back of the arena. You can get some crazy launches. I'll probably link that in the description as well. And now I suppose I'll move on to the lighting up of Crota. So for the lighting up of Crota, it'd be a situation of, I want to turn invisible. I want everything to be here. I want everything to be on this platform, basically. I want all the knights here, ready to be finished. I want Crota to run in from this side, in front of these knights. Not behind the knights. It can work, there are many ways to do this, but I want Crota to be in front of the knights. So I do that by killing an acolyte, jumping in the air, and turning invisible from the reload. Any noise I make, jumping, shooting, etc., will make noise and attract Crota and the acolytes to obviously everything to where you are. Also, unfortunately, smoke bomb. It'll turn you invisible. But as soon as that smoke bomb pops on the wall, they're not attracted to that smoke bomb. They are attracted to you wherever you are. Doesn't care if you're invisible. As soon as that pops, everything will be run to you. Makes no sense, but it's destiny. So, yeah, I basically try and wait until Crota backs off to at least about here before I try and get an acolyte. If he's like over here, you shoot an acolyte, he'll run at you. He won't care. He's not far enough back. You want him to back up, probably at least here before you get the acolyte kill. You can continue backing up to probably about here. And then after that, he'll charge in, try and slash you with a sword. But everything thinks you're up in the air up here. It's the last spot they saw you. So everything's trying to get to here. On the odd occasion, they won't care. They will chase you as far as they feel like. Being invisible Destiny never worked, even back in Destiny 1. Another extra on kiting Crota. On the odd occasion, you'll launch Crota in some really weird places. You can launch him into the mid-air here. Like basically, this center section, he will not land in. He will land on fat air in the middle of the arena. Sometimes you can get him unstuck by just like kind of jumping near him and he'll slash towards you. You lead him back towards the edge. If he gets towards the edge, he'll teleport normally back to the arena. Sometimes if you just get your co-op partner to look at him, he'll realise, oh, I'm stuck, and will teleport back to the arena. Same situation, he can fall down the sides here. Falls down the sides here. You can throw a grenade at him, I found, sometimes realise, oh, I'm stuck and getting damaged, and will teleport back to the arena. Sometimes I've had him get stuck up on the walls. Some random shots. Same situation. Get someone to look at him, it might get him to teleport back. If you're launching Crota and don't get him over the edge of this rock, like if he lands on that rock whatsoever, he skims off it and then falls off the edge, there's about a 90% chance he's going to teleport back to the arena. But what you need to do is get him over the entirety of that rock. He cannot touch the rock on the way down. If he touches the rock on the way down, as said, he will teleport. Normally back to the right hand side of the bridge. On the odd occasion, when Crota kills you and your buddy comes back into resu, he will just go over there and take a knee. He will just like crouch down, just waiting. Best thing you do to get his attention, just shoot at him. He'll realise, oh, you're alive, I probably should kill you again. And will come running back over. Rinse and repeat your little setup until you get the kill. So don't expect you to get this 2 minutes, 20 minutes. Until you get the hang of it, it could take you an hour. It's probably not worth your effort at that point, but it's a cool little experience to get a little solo or duo kill on Crota. So when it comes to loadouts, you can do it on all characters. Like the easiest is the Hunter. For the Hunter, I go Void because you can get dodge and visibility in the smoke bomb. If I don't use the smoke bomb, so I'll show you later why. You've got two different choices of your dodge. I prefer the dodge for the reload. You can always dodge to get your smoke bomb back, but I don't use smoke bombs. So once again, Deadfall for smoke invisibility. I don't really use smoke bombs, but it can come in handy on Master. Basic dodge for invisibility. I just use that one mainly for the increased mobility. Overshield, for when you're low on health, comes in clutch a lot more than you think. Increased duration of invisibility. You're trying to stay invisible, obvious choice. Finishes give you invisibility and recovery. Using finishes all the time on the knights, try and get it done. Obviously handy. So Rat King, you'll be able to see what I've done with that obviously to track things around and stay invisible. Can be used by any class, so invisibility on everyone. Now when it comes to energy slot, I've tried multiple different things. This hand came which you can get from Story, Set Roll. I'm guessing it's pretty much the case of 140. If you shoot body shot and acolyte, it normally puts an acolyte into finisher range. It's pretty handy, just a utility tool. I've tried many other things like a slug shotgun. It's been pretty convenient to help with the wizards. I just leave this on, I don't really even use it. When it comes to heavies, I've been using a Song of Virtue. It's an arc LMG and the main point is what I'm after. It's just to weaken the knights. Don't want to kill them. On Master, the knights have arc shields, so it kind of just stuns. I'll be able to see that later on. Another really convenient thing is Xenophage. On normal, if your light level's right, you should be able to one-shot with a Xenophage, set up the knights. But unfortunately, obviously if you're running a Xenophage, you can't run a Rat King. It's better for the co-op player. On Master, if your light is correct, you can two-shot set up with a Xenophage. But at this point, my light is far too high. I am killing them with two shots or killing them with one shot on normal mode. So it doesn't really work for me, unfortunately. But when the next update comes out, light should be reset, and if this is still doable, then that'll work again for me. Comes to seasonal artifact, nothing much really does anything. Obviously if you're playing solo operative helps with extra damage output, makes things a little bit faster. But if you're using the Xenophage method, you don't want to be radiant, etc., giving you extra buffs. Next season things will be different, we'll find out. So when it comes to stats, on a Hunter, every class you want as high resilience as you can. 30% damage reduction. You're getting hurt. You're really going to get hurt in Master mode. It's going to come in handy. Hunter, as high mobility as you can get your dodges base quick. Recovery is probably handy. I don't really normally worry about it myself. Discipline, you're never going to use your grenade other than maybe at the start to help you kill the boomers in the tower. Intellect, if you're a co-op partner or as a Warlock or a Titan, it might come in handy to use your super to stay alive. Hunter's strength, yeah, smoke bombs. So I don't use them, but sometimes they can come in handy. All I really do is kinetic targeting. It helps me aim my Rat King because I'm a terrible shot. You do what you want. It helps me aim. Gauntlets. Once again, it's more just a hunter situation, but I'm always dodging and turning invisible. Increases my grenade. I don't really use the grenade, but dodging gives me back, helps me recharge my melee. I don't really use smoke bombs, but it's a utility to have there. Chest. If you can, I would say 2 arc mods, because everything's dealing arc. If you can't do 2 arc mods, at least 1 arc and 1 melee, because most things are meleeing you. Crota's using a sword, Knight's using a sword. Things hurt. More damage resistance you can have from things like these, the better. Boots. Arc Scavenger, because I'm using an Arc LMG. More drops I get, the better. Saves me stuff around wasting flags. So I used to run on the helmet, heavy ammo finder, but I'm never really struggling for heavy. It's not really too much of an issue. I prefer the kinetic targeting to assist me with actually shooting things. Class item. Chooses my abilities when I dodge. I'm dodging all the time. Getting powerful overshield performing a finisher. Comes in a lot more clutch than you expect. When you're using your finisher, everything's hitting you with a sword. That can save your life. Once again, same situation. I'm dodging. Gets me my melee back. I don't really use it, but it's convenient. And between deaths, to conserve even more, while you're dead, you can equip a chest plate with 3 arc reserves. If you don't know, while you're dead, it's kind of calculated on what your max reserves are and what you should be. So like say you're at 20% of your max reserves, you die, you put your chest on, suddenly your maximum reserves is higher, but it's still at 20%, so 20% of that higher amount is more free ammo. So when you respawn, you'll have more ammo, and you swap back to your normal chest. So that's just to conserve ammo. If you've got plenty of flags, flag it up. Why not? Now Titan, believe it or not, practically the same as the Hunter, but as you can guess, you don't have as much invisibility. Like, I use a barricade to get a little extra cover when I'm like setting up, etc. I can use my bone shield to kill those boomers in the tower a little bit easier. A bubble. Extra overshield and stuff like that. Of course, why not? Casting a super gives you an overshield, etc. Just survivability stuff on the Titan. Nothing really different. I just use the same weapons, no reason to change. All I really use is the LMG and the Rat King. Helmet. So different stats rolls, like it's mainly your resilience. It's all you're really worried about in the Titan. Staying alive. Intellect, so once again, helpful for staying alive. Drops your bubble, give you an overshield. Yeah. So differences though, I do run kinetic loaders on my Titan and Warlock, as you'll see. Just helps me reload the Rat King quicker, helps me turn invisible quicker. Same. Arc, melee. Kinetic holster might come in handy, but doubt it. Very much doubt I'll ever use that, but same with that, really. That's the only one that's actually important on here. Yeah. Believe it or not, Titan's nothing much different, it's just I don't have as much invisibility. So the Sneer Steps come in handy for killing the knights up in the towers quicker. This probably might be a better exotic, but nothing much I can think of. Like potentially for mobility, you might want Lion Rampant so you're not stuffing up your jumps, but yeah, Titan, nothing different. And if you can't guess it, the Warlock's even less different. They're almost exactly the same as the Titan. Practically exactly the same. I run Void because yeah, you want that Void invisibility buffs from down here. Rat King, obviously. As I said, I occasionally try out a slug shotgun. Just like practically sets up those wizards for deleting. Some Xenophage come in handy. I don't know why my helmet has them, it doesn't really matter. Kinetic loader, quickly reload that. Made them finish final blows, cure. Helps you stay alive. Another difference to the Warlock is you're more floaty. Like if Crota hits you while you're floating, you get launched across the map. It's pretty inconvenient. So all these loadouts will be set up with a dim link in the description as well to help you build the loadout. Now there are some differences between Master Crota and normal Crota. Other than the fact that everything hurts more, you realise that the knights that spawn in this section and in the towers will have arc shields. So that's why I normally use an arc LMG. So when you shoot them with that, it'll normally stun them and stun the acolytes. As I said, things hurt. The Master Crota is doable solo, of course. So it should be the same difficulty to get the kick as normal cities and Underworld. But survivability is the issue. I prefer to do it with people to help with the setup and the potential reses. And a hunter, of course, because you can just do that. Whoops, I killed a knight. What a shame. Ah well. Said, boomies, arc shields. I believe another difference is you get a champion if you kill. You get champion ogres down the bottom. You definitely don't want to kill all the boomers on Master. Noise, get Crota back up. Smoke bombs. Can be used on Master, you're not going to kill the knights by accident. But, things hurt. So if things are going to plan, should be nothing different. Get out of there. Just harder to survive. So I'd recommend hunters should do that. Crota has decided to walk in. Jump, take some knives, give it back. Back off to the ramp. Crota charges in. I launch him off the map. Congratulations, you've choosed Crota on Master. There's a fine example of a knight standing in the midair. Because I'm on Master, I can then buy any adept weapons I have already earned. If it's obviously Crota Challenge Week, you'd be able to earn adepts from Crota. Now if you think you're up for carrying people, there are things here that your carry buddy's gonna need to know. Like, you're helping them, they probably should place the banner. If you step up, you probably should place the banner. But if you're doing my build properly, you should not need a banner. Like, ammo should not be a problem. But, as I said, if anyone's helping you and they're worried about dying, they're struggling staying alive, it's better off they just run straight out the front here. If someone's got a hunter, they can smoke bomb, turn them invisible as they run out the front here. Now, they would run up into this tower as quick as they can while they're still invisible. If they can, they might as well have a long-range weapon to kill the wizard that'll be somewhere around there. If they've got a decent line of sight, they could probably kill the wizard down in the pit. So they spawn in straight away. Then, as soon as you come out, or your team comes out, you can call out and let them know the boomers are going to be spawning. So the boomers spawn out here, help them kill them off as quick as they can. And there's many spots I've found people can hide. Unfortunately, there's nothing great. It's boring staring at a wall for most of them. But the best you can do is 3 peek using an emote. You can't really see much, but unfortunately you need to be out of sight of Crota. Here, you might think you're out of sight, but Crota will be standing on the bridge, staring right at this wall like you're out in the open. So you need to be a certain distance away from him or something like that. I don't fully understand. Other spots I have seen work, other spots I've tested and seen work, more to the point. I'm sure there's plenty of other spots. Up the back here, you're out of sight. You could watch Crota get the actual launch and go into the pit of death. And situation of when you call a wipe, like you've run out of knights, maybe you've run out of acolytes for your stuff doing acolytes, you call a wipe. Everyone comes out of this tower, jumps off here. Quickest way to die. Don't need to stuff around trying to get Crota to kill you or something to shoot you. Quickest way to jump off the edge. And, well, if you're doing it on Master or not really experienced doing it, you can die quite easy. The best ways of coming out and getting a res. Like if you're on a hunter, you dodge out. You hold your res button, you pick them up, smoke bomb the guy. Is both turn invisible. You can run back to the tower and hide. Titan, best you can really do is jump up over the body, drop a Titan bubble. If you got a slate 14 to blind things, that'd be also pretty handy. Warlock, same situation, jump over the top, well, best you can do. Hope not to die. Master makes things a lot harder to survive, but we've seen my loadout and how I recommend stuff like that. So, but also, yeah, with the co-op partner inside the setup, if they're comfortable helping you set up and they're not worried about dying too much, I don't recommend explosives, like wave frames and stuff like that. And it's kind of hard to coordinate who is hitting, like you don't want to kill the knights, so you want to weaken the knights. If both of you are shooting the same knight, there's a good chance you're going to accidentally kill the knights. If your buddy dies in here, it's probably better off to leave them dead. And if you can then run out of the room, which will drag everything out of here, turn invisible, and come back and get them. You've got 2 minutes. You're in no rush. But don't forget about the timer. I've made that mistake before. I've realised the timer, jumped across, and haven't made it to the body. That has been so disappointing. As I said, don't want to kill both those knights. I prefer my co-op partner just to hide as quick as they can to not distract Crota. The more time they're wasting making noise, jumping around, shooting their guns, the more time they're wasting, the more they're distracting Crota. I've had some other things shown to me, like some emote glitches to hide your head in the wall. For example, the 30th anniversary charging up pose. The head is in the wall, ads can't see you for whatever reason. But if they've seen you beforehand, there's a good chance they'll still shoot at you and kill you. Whereas other emotes, I believe, like chair pop or something. This one would have been great, but Bungie realised how dumb it was and fixed it so you step back first. Now you might be thinking, oh that's pretty cool you can solo Crota, but how do I get to Crota? I have to get to Crota with a fire-team anyway, like, what's the point? Well, there's this convenient website called d2checkpoint.com. You can use them to get multiple checkpoints from the game. Like, it's got the active raid, the most recent raid, and other little things like that. Like, Pantheon at the moment is the current thing. So, you can come here and go, like, type in the chat, join, and this checkpoint's name. There's a convenient copy button if you're on PC to be able to do so. You can also conveniently donate to them, and there's a frequently asked question tab that gives you more things you might need to know. Thank you for watching my long overdue solo Crota tutorial. Obviously, when Final Shape comes out, Crota should enter the rotating raid, so when it becomes the featured raid, you'll be able to farm Crota for the loot that is available from Crota. But Bungo may patch it between now and then, in a couple of weeks. But knowing Bungo, probably not. Well done, Bungo.